Welcome everyone, Makozi Racing Internacional salutes you. This is Makozi, and this is the stream for round 9 in the Nations Cup, the third exhibition season of 2019-2020 season. So for this round, we're going to be driving at the Gran, very popular track to race at, with Group 3 cars, and I think it's clear to say we're going to be going with the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT GT3. That's a very strong car around here. It's great to drive, and obviously I drive for Mercedes-Benz in the manufacturer series, so it would only make sense if I drive for a good way of representing them. Anyhow, moving on to the race itself, we have 5 times fuel consumption, 11 times tyre wear, and you can use mediums and hards, with the tyre requirement being racing hards. So a refueling speed is 7 litres per second, and this race, it's one of quite a bit of fuel consumption, bit of a strategy with saving the tyres, saving fuel, so you need to figure that out. You can do 1 pit stop, you can do 2 pit stops, it's really up to you how it works, but generally you want to keep your mediums as fresh as you can so it lasts the whole lap, and pushing a lot on the hards. But we'll see what happens in the race. We're going to go ahead and enter the lobby now. See there, we're going in with the AMG. And yeah, this stream is going to be different from the others. I'm not going to be able to read the comments. So for everyone that's in there, welcome. We have the other Makozi Racing Internacional staff members, that are looking over the channel, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have, if you do have any. But other than that, I won't be able to read the comments. You're more than welcome just to sit back, relax, enjoy. Any support is highly appreciated, but like I said, I won't be able to read any of the comments, so I can't really comment on what you might have to say. I'll talk a little bit through here, saying maybe what I've done wrong or what I need to look out for, what you guys, if anything, may have a suggestion towards in terms of strategy. But yeah, so 3 minutes to go. We'll just clear the cache, just so that we safe. And yeah, apart from that, there's not much more we can do right now. We'll give it another few seconds, and then we'll start driving. And yeah. So 2 minutes 30 seconds. We'll probably have enough time to go through the GP circuit, if anything. Apart from that, yeah, not a full lap. Metal Gear, he's leading the top 10 leaderboard with the Toyota FT1, so that's a surprising choice. Metal Gear, obviously very fast around the Nürburgring, but we'll respect that. It's an interesting car, the FT1. It's never been quite the same. We'll see how it does. got another 10 seconds till we start matchmaking. We'll see who we get put up against. It should be definitely interesting for sure. Yeah. For anyone that's new here, that's just tuned in, not going to be able to read the comments for this one. So if you have any questions, there is someone from Makozi Racing Internacional in the chat that's currently moderating it. And they'll be the ones that will do their best to answer you. So if you have anything, unfortunately I won't be able to do much about it, but you never know, you could have it answered. Our team members are very knowledgeable at this game, so we'll see. And as you can see here, it's not a bad lineup of drivers. Got the usual: Range Ros, Metal Gear, Red Mist, Q&F1 Amazing Hour 90 Gains, Bradley, Brian, GTR Nismo, Noodles, Iron Mask, Diswood, Road Rash, Barnstone, Pubs, Osmo. Yeah, so pretty much the stock standard Nations Cup group of drivers, and 299 points. That will improve. That will improve, I believe. Yes, that will improve how much points we get. So that's good. Yeah. Interesting how this will turn out for us. A lot of different cars, a lot of FT1s, a few Mercedes. I'm surprised there isn't actually more. But I respect their choice. You can see their Pubs ahead. He's using the Mercedes. It's a good choice from him. Qualifying, it's a really long outlap. That's one thing you need to be careful of. It is so long that it is very hard to save the rears. That's the problem. So gonna have to be on mediums, of course, but we need to look after the tyres as much as possible. That's the thing. We're gonna have to creep around the circuit and look really after the rears a lot more than the front. 299 points for the winner. Whoever wins this race, sorry. Could be an improvement, maybe not. 19 drivers in the lobby. That might have affected it slightly, but we'll see how it turns out. Anyhow, I'm going to be silent for the rest of this qualifying, guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. It's going to be a pretty slow outlap, but other than that, all the best. Closing up a bit. Still got plenty of time. This is still fine. Get in front of Iron Mask before we enter this sector. Flashing. Perhaps. Oh, it's not changing. Audi up in front, that's an interesting choice. Sorry about that iron mask. Just trying to find some room. Have to get our tyres warmed up in the straight. So right now the pace that we're going at is a little bit too slow for them to be even remotely warm. Really hanging on to the back of us there. Really close. Just straight there. Past this wood. If he does let us by. Need to warm up the tyres, Nismo. Not going to be going fast at all in that first sector if they're not warm. Okay. So he doesn't interfere too much. Tyres aren't really ideally warm, but we'll make it work. From the inside. We go. This up. There we go. That's a good time. So when we had the tow down the straight, it's definitely 806 in that, because we weren't pushing. But yeah. Good lap that. We didn't make too many mistakes. That's the important thing. Even without the tow, we would have been first. That's good to know. Even if someone goes faster, it's fine. Well, right now we're just going to be chasing the total race time. Qualifying, I know that the AMG is really not the fastest. There are other faster cars on a single lap, like the Supra. So there's not much I can do against that, unfortunately. But yeah. If everyone that's watching, thank you for tuning in. I can see we're over 50 viewers, which is great. I highly appreciate it. Unfortunately, I can't see the comments right now. But we do have Makozi Racing Internacional member. He's overlooking the chat. So if you're saying well done, or saying anything, whatever you're commenting, thank you. Although I can't see that personally. Although the other Makozi Racing International member, he's there, and he'll be more than happy to receive any feedback that you may have. Thank you once again. Thank you really much for tuning in. Yeah, I think we could have burned a little bit more fuel, in all honesty. Just a tad more. But considering what we started on, it was like 65, 64. That was playing it safe, so that's good. Going on that first chicane, like the first right and first left hand of the entire lap, could have been a bit more brave, I should say. What else did I miss? This chicane that's coming up right now, if I just change the view real quick, this is like coming towards the end of the GP section. This is like the shallower chicane. I didn't get this quite as fast, so I stayed in third. Could have gone in fourth. What else? Coming into the Adenauer Forest before the Karlsruhe section. I I was making some small mistakes. I wasn't pushing quite as much. That was because I was being careful, basically. We had Rosmo. He went off wide with the FT1. He missed his braking point actually at one point, and then he went on the grass, went off a little bit wide, and he decided to just keep it off wide to let me by, not to interfere with my lap. That was good by Rosmo, and I thank you if you're watching. That was very kind of you to let me by. It's unfortunate you couldn't finish your lap and you had those mistakes, but I hope your race goes a bit better. Yeah, thank you once again. That was a very convenient of you to let me by. After that, after Karlsruhe, it's pretty much somewhere around the half point mark of the track. We were doing fine. We into Carousel. Carousel was fine. The hairpin before that was good. After that, the technical section was pretty decent as well. We were holding back in some places. You will see that I didn't go quite out and out. I didn't take the optimal line in some places because I was just being careful not to touch the grass. So overall, I'd say throughout the lap there was another second and a half on the actual Nordschleife if I optimized the lines, and if I didn't go without any hesitation. But the thing is that you don't go 100% on this track. This is the one track you can't go 100% on all the time. You have to be absolutely in control of your car. You need to have that tire well nailed down. You know exactly what you're doing to be able to do that, and only very few people can do that. I was able to do it a few times, but that's after doing a lot of practice with this car, knowing exactly how it works, when it clicks, when it doesn't, when it starts losing out on the tires. So yeah, you want to keep pace roughly around 90-85%. It's not one of these tracks that you can oh, I'm gonna go off and there's the runoff there and it's gonna forgive me. That doesn't exist at the Nordschleife or the Nürburgring. In that case, the GP sector, of course, that's there. But the Nordschleife, the legendary track, part of the track, it's so unforgiving. You can't put a foot wrong, and if you do, then bad things will happen. Trust me. Yeah, I gotta say thanks to Mikyun for that tow. That was a good tow by him. And Rosmo, is he? He let me by without any problems, so it's very kind of him. Unfortunately, like you can see, he's starting not last, and that's never great to see, but yeah, it is what it is. We're going to be starting with mediums. Going to be getting out of the way, getting them out of the way. We'll see what the strategy turns into with this car. Yeah, hopefully we have a good race. What's Metal Gear? He's in FT1. Okay, so that'll be interesting. Okay, so fuel map immediately on 6 if you can do that. that's highly recommended that you put your fuel map on 6 so you save as much fuel as possible. And yeah, if you can do that, you should be good. Starting on 6, then the moment the race starts, you put in 1. And with the Mercedes, you can just short shift basically to the end. Sorry, the 2 laps with fuel. That opens the door up to some strategy. We might not fuel at after the first lap. Might go 2 laps. You never know. Heard that a 1-stop is faster. No, sorry. I've heard that the 2-stop is faster. The 1-stop could provide a bit of security, considering that you're going to have to be looking out for some guys who will be trying that. Never know. But yeah, for everyone that's watching, hope you enjoy the race. Once again, I won't be able to see the comments, so no replies from me. But if you've noticed, perhaps there is another member of Makozi Racing Internacional that's there. I'll be more than glad to answer any questions you have. So, all the best. Enjoy the race. Maybe get something out of it. And yeah, hoping this is going to be a good one for sure. Really good track here. Yeah. See you soon, guys. Enjoy these next 3 laps. Get some cold tires. Figure that out now. Push a little bit here. Halt. That was my mistake. I didn't defend there. Never mind. We'll just move on. Doesn't matter. Found the gap, he went for it. Fair enough. Like to see his fuel though. doing a full out push. We're gonna do what we can to keep up, but still save fuel in case we need to go for that one stop. So keeping up with metal here, sorry, should be a trivial concern now because we've saved more than enough fuel. And he's up there in front, he's pushing, which is really not a wise choice, in my opinion. Just burning through fuel. He's able to save fuel, respect, but really is not the wise choice. Save our tires a little bit as well. At this point, we're not going to be fighting them directly. I don't want to do that. Just gonna see what we can do with strategy. Do our best to beat him there. That's where it matters. Not making mistakes, of course. Push a bit more so we don't drop out of the slipstream. Thanks to the slipstream. So that extra fuel is going to do wonders on the second lap now. So either way, even if we pit or we don't have to refill. This is great. Good with fuel. So catching up again. Have a bit more fuel for the second lap. Just a tad. That's because we're burning it up now on this back straight, going a little faster than we should be. Metal Gear does, he goes to the pit. 35%, yeah, so he was burning through fuel. going to be stuck in a bit of traffic, of course. So we lost a second on that, more than a second even, because of what happened between me and Metal Gear, but that's fine, he went for the move, it was the room, the hard feelings, fight for position obviously. Gear's gone up to third, that's good progress by him. He's almost 12 seconds behind, so... No, sorry, Metal, he's actually got into second now, good job. Now it's up to him to bring that difference down. I don't know if he's gonna make it work, but we'll see. A little bit more here because of the extra fuel. 6 there. Back up. Fix it slightly. Right now we're fine with fuel. Doing fine so far. You get under 25 minutes, that would be good for the total time. See what happens. Yeah, well, almost 80 viewers. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. Fortunately, I can't see all those comments, but thank you. There's a lot of support we're having right now. Highly appreciate it. Pitting in now. Go on a hards. So 55 liters. That is the golden number that we need with this car to make it round and still be fast. See, we did that. 55. Got an SR down for something. Don't know what that would be for, but oh well. Surely we didn't hit the wall. Pretty much off the leash. Too early there. Now it's all up to us to not make any mistakes. This is just fine. can definitely push a lot more now. Feels just fine. Right now we really are chasing total time. That second lap was great. Doing okay so far. Going too slow. Let's see. Towards the end of the lap, we just need to not lose focus anymore. Not get any penalties either. That was a close one. Yeah, we've got more than enough fuel to leg it down the straight. We're doing fine. So yeah, maybe could have streamlined this a bit more. See what the total time is showing, but a pretty good race so far. Got a 19-second lead to Metal Gear. I'm not sure what happened to his race, but it's great to see that we're finishing strong. That's the important thing. There we go. Decent finishing time. I'm happy with that. Now there will be people that can go faster, of course, but under 25 minutes, that's what I was aiming for. I'm proud with that result, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was wasn't bad as a race. Anyone that's watching, thank you. If you're saying well done, actually, whatever you are saying, if it's positive, I thank you. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, that was decent. Half decent, I must say. Yeah, I'm thinking we actually should have let Metal Gear in front a little bit earlier, because at the start it seemed that he was saving fuel. Then on the Nordschleife, he really was belting out the pace of that FT1, so had I let him off the leash coming onto the Nordschleife, I could have saved a bit more fuel, could have streamlined that a bit more, but this is great considering what happened. I lost a second on that first lap. It's still really decent total finishing time. My best ever, in fact. I'm proud with that. Rash, where are you? Rash, Nismo, Mika Bradley, thank you. Range Ross, thank you. Let's see, well done to Nismo. He did a good job there with the Nissan. Pubs, where are you, Pubs? Thank you. Yeah, so that was good time. Happy with that. Not sure about the points though. It seems we'll probably get an improvement. Yeah, you can see that that's an improvement. But ah well. At least we won. At least we had a good race. That was still good in the end. So well done to Red Mr. Mikio, and they finished top 5. It's very hard to get a good result around this track. So respect to them for sticking it out, making it work. It may not get a good race. Yeah, he did good. Yeah. That was a really interesting move he went for though. Really, I didn't expect that. It's great that he didn't brake too late for that, if anything. After that, he was really flying, really pushing with the FT1, and I did my best to keep up with him. I did, but I'm gonna. It's really a hard one to keep up with. Making it to the end. The end, guys. Yeah. Yeah. In the end, we did improve our points, like I suspected. What was it from? 262, so a 37-point improvement. That's huge. I'll take that. That's I'm happy with that result, and that's actually our highest score ever, beating it out by just 1 point from our 6th round. So yeah, pleased with that result. After that, we're going to have the top 16 Group 1 race at Tokyo Expressway South in the Loop. That's going to be Saturday. Whoa, yeah, that's gonna be interesting to do for sure. Because I believe, yeah, that's the one with the chicane. I think, yeah, I think that's the one with the chicane. So it's got a lot of strategy involved in that one for sure. But just a second, guys. Sorry about that, just got a call. But yeah, we'll have a look at the replay, and we'll see what. I'm interested in what happened to Metal Gear, because he was second at one point, and then he dropped back down to 4th. So maybe there was an incident that happened somewhere in the middle of the lap of that second one. He was doing a really good job until that point. It's unfortunate that he dropped down as he did, and you can see we did a practice race before, and we managed to beat that time by 5/10. I'm happy with that. That's really solid finishing time, must say. But yeah, so the chicane, I believe, is. Oh, sorry. As I was saying before, the nations, the Tokyo Expressway South Inner Loop. That's the one with the chicane, I think. Yeah, not the one that we used for the World Finals in 2018. Okay, yeah, I see. I think I know that. Yeah, that's gonna be, wow. Group 1. That chicane's gonna be very hard to get by. Very, very hard indeed. We'll see. Many different choices. Probably the chat has a few. If you guys have practiced at all for that one. But being a top 16 race, we'll probably put a little bit more emphasis on that one. To be fair, we have some other external obligations apart from racing that we need to attend to. So until then, till the 8th, we won't have too much time to take care of it or practice. But still, what happens. We have a pretty good lead. We had a pretty good lead so far in the Nations Cup. If we finish top 3 in the top 16, that will be acceptable. Of course, I'd love to win, but you never know. Someone might find a lot of pace in that last round. They could have been sandbagging the entire season, but you never know. Not the chicane, maybe. Hey, no, that's without the chicane, yeah. I think, wait. Doodles, he did a good job jumping from 15th to 10th, I must say. But yeah, now that I think of it, South Inner Loop isn't... No, that doesn't have the chicane. That was a sweeping first left-hander that we had for the manufacturer. So that's going to be... a lot of fast zones, a lot of heavy braking parts, a lot of acceleration zones as well, so that's going to be interesting for sure. A lot of different cars will probably be able to do well there. Starting off in first, let's see how the everyone was pretty much on... Oh, McEwen's, he's on hards, so he was able to get the undercut, perhaps. First proper hard drivers on 11th, Barnstone. Hubs, mediums. Everyone's in mediums. Iron Mask, hard. Defense, hard. Amazing Hour, mediums. Rosmer on hard, so... At this point, McEwen is going to be the one that's dropping a little bit through the field, because he's on hards. And if he can defend well enough, if he did defend well enough in this GP section, he's only lost one place to Range Rovers so far, but if he does defend well enough, you can hold them back on the Nordschleife, if you're careful enough. One for the World Final, Skill-Bearing. Okay. So, we'll see what happens now. Range Ross, he jumps up to 5th. Some small mistake from him, nothing too serious, doesn't lose out. McEwen has been able to defend. And yeah, it's just a small rub there with the wall, but nothing too harsh. He's able to come onto this onto the Nordschleife with pretty healthy buffer. In a pretty good position as well to defend. He's got the slipstream Range Rovers, so if he's on the straight trying to be overtaken, he can always resort to using the slipstream. Let's have a look at that again. So here's Metal Gear. He's on his tires, like, just look at his fuel and tires already. If you don't have the quality up, it's hard to see, but he's got a bit less fuel, so he's been pushing, and his tires are fractionally worse. So this doesn't make a difference at this point. He's lighter and faster. He really goes for it there. It's good that he didn't use the entire width of the track as if I wasn't there, but great stuff. Good move. I should have just defended. I should have been a bit more aware, or I should have let him by. Yeah. Moving on, I just try to keep up with him. Got Nismo there in third. Natty Gaines has improved quite a lot since I've last seen him. No, during the season he's actually improved quite a lot, so well done to him. He's making great strides in improving his driving. Rose there, he's having a small moment. He doesn't change into fifth. McEwen manages to get in front on hard, so must have been quite a significant mistake from Range Rose, but it's great stuff there from McEwen. He's managed to get the position back and hasn't lost anything despite starting on hard, so really good stuff. Unfortunately, he's not in the slipstream, so can't really defend. It's going to be a sitting duck on the straight, if I say so myself, but yeah, moving on. Range Rose in 6th, Red Mist going right behind there in his ever faithful GTR. We have, ooh, what happened there? Kuhn has an off. Ooh, sorry, it's just a bit too early there. All that hard work on the hards just... Yeah, he misses the apex slightly. Sorry, it's a tad too early. That's him losing a lot of places with that racing hard compound. See if Brian can get a move done. No, he doesn't, so he stays in 9th. But at least McEwen's in the top 10. He can, he'll bring some positions back later in the race. But yeah, for those of you that's just joining the stream, if you're coming in right now, we managed to get a really good qualifying lap in, thanks to McEwen here. In the last straight, a lot of good slipstream. And Noodles jumped up for 15th. Let's see what happened here, because this is where he gained 2 positions. At the start he probably got something done on the GP circuit. Oh, this would break slate. So Worth goes off. They both go off. That's unfortunate for the both of them. So just probably braked a little bit too late. But, yeah, moving on. Noodles jumps up to 11th. Gets a... has a 1 second penalty from previously, but good to see that he's making positions up there with the Mercedes. He's gonna lose out on the back straight, having to serve the penalty, but nonetheless, really good job. So yeah, at this point, ART Bradley, this is more commonly known as. Ryan just gets a little bit of a weaker exit. Bradley tries to go for the inside. Ryan covers the inside. Nothing he can do there. Good move. Noodles is right behind. How's his tyres? He's got a bit less fuel. This guy's a little bit worse for wear, but that's because he's been pushing. He's been catching up to these guys. Now that he's in the slipstream, he can do something for sure. It's got more than enough. It's about 74%. Back straight. Stops go for a move. No, he doesn't. So double Mercedes, just maintain position. Good stuff from them. Red Mist hasn't got in front of Range Ross. Natty Gaines is consolidated 4th. So is Nismo in 3rd. He's pushing on strong with that GTR. Unfortunately, doesn't have a tow. And there is a 3-way fight, 4-way fight if I say so, coming on for 8th. Yeah, so we'll see. It's really close back there. The problem is if you're driving close to someone, it's hard. It is extremely hard to see the track in front of you, and unless you know this track by heart, it's difficult to anticipate. So whoever's in the slipstream is, like, you can see Bradley and Noodles there, they're doing a good job of not going too wide, of not braking too late, not accelerating too early, staying careful. See there, Noodles, he's using a Kobe Bryant tribute livery. It's very, very honourable by him. I respect that. It's nice what he's done there. Sad to see a very well-known basketball player pass away like that. Just for those who don't know, Kobe Bryant actually passed away quite recently. A helicopter crash with his daughter and 2 other people. Sorry, I believe it was 2 other people on board. So very, very unfortunate. But unfortunately, that's life, and we may have lost a really great player in the sport to basketball. I don't follow it too much, but I know that he was very successful. It's a shame when he goes out like that. But, we'll just it's life. We have to move on. So, yeah, great to see that Noodles is honouring his tragic passing. See Noodles here. He serves his 1 second penalty. He drops outside of the slipstream range of Bradley. It's going to let NX jump up, really get the toe. Maybe he'll go for something. Nah, he's saving fuel. Oh no, Hub's got the extra toe from him. Now they're going to have to go side by side. NX does the wires, but if he pulls off, sticks into Noodles' slipstream just like that. His front tires with a little bit more better wear. Yeah. Let's see what happened to McEwen. He pits in. Done very well with the fuel there. So he had to push a bit more on hards. Let's see what happens to Metal Gear at this point. I wanna see how he gets the positions back. I didn't see that. Just a second. That was a little bit of a late lunge. Just a little bit late. Kind of scarring his tyres this way, but his position back. Let's see that from another point of view. Just a little bit of contact there. Okay, he brakes late, sends it down the inside. Rush might have wanted to defend a bit more, but perhaps he realized that Metal Gear was on the newer tyres and just decided to let him by it. It was a bit of contact though, so that's unfortunate. But Rush doesn't lose too much. Loses probably around a second or something, half a second. Hasn't dropped him down into Brian's slipstream just yet. What happened to what happens here? miss. He goes wide, he lets Metal Gear go in front. That's all good. Ooh, and that was a little bit late there. Oh my word. Let's have a look at that. Goes for the late break. This is just a bit too far back. Metal Gear, you can't do that. I mean, you can. I mean, he did that, but it's just it's hard to get that done without any contact. The other driver in front needs to kind of know that you're doing that, and he'd need to avoid that by himself. So let's see that from Metal Gear's perspective. Brakes late, trying to get the move done. Perhaps he didn't see his braking point. Yeah, this here, he taps him off the rear side, so that wasn't the greatest, but he got it done. Jumped up to 4th. Have a look at McEwen and see how he's doing, because he put in also on lap 1, but he had hard tyres. Probably was able to gain a few positions, of course. What happened there? Red Mist breaks early. Ooh, Ranger goes off wide. Red Mist tries to go on the inside. Ranger has a little bit of a wobble. Taps Red Mist. That's all good. Good respect between those two drivers. Drops Red Mist into the attacking range of Road Rash, so maybe he'll go for move, but it looks like he's saving, which is a very smart choice. Bradley and Brian, they're actually catching up quite a lot. Noodles, he's jumped up to 10th after McEwen hit it in. Hobbs is still there, still lurking. In the meantime, Metal Gear, he's really caught onto the back of 90 Games. We'll see what happens now. Oh, that was unfortunate. Let's see what happened there. Yeah, that's bad. Again, was just taking his time because he's on the worst tires. You see, like, just look at the difference here. This is 90 Games. This is Metal Gear. So Metal Gear has a clear tire advantage right now, and he's on the FT1, which has a bit better cornering ability than the Supra. But he just takes off here, tries to take it safe. That's 90 Games. He doesn't go off track the first time, which is good. He saves it. Metal Gear tried to go on the inside, just couldn't make it work. 90 Games was still holding on to the racing line, so that's all good. That was the problem here. This is what was wrong. Metal Gear, he turns in a tiny bit too early, and you can see his inside right goes over the curb. And in an ideal world, you don't want to do that, because you can see it throws him back to the left, and it's going to push him wide, and that's going to throw him into the path of 90 Games. Now, due to lag, it doesn't look like he's hit him, but you can see there, 90 Games, he's still turning right, and he just goes left all of a sudden. He hasn't hit a bump significantly or a curb, so there was contact there. That was because Metal Gear cut a bit too much on the inside. If he stayed with his right tire, just on this white bit of road, not on the curb, he would have gone through without hitting him. But yeah, it's very hard to get that right. And really unfortunate what happened to Nagans. He comes off much worse. Much worse. Which is unfortunate. Really a shame, because Nagans, he's got a lot of speed under him now. He's doing very well in the Nations Cup. So let's see that again. Here's where Let's him in front. Probably realizes that Metal Gear is on far fresher tires at this point. Doesn't want to fight him. Oh no. Yeah, Metal Gear, he loses it. That's what happened. I thought there would have been like Nismo and him would have been going side by side. And Josh pulls off because he's in the slipstream. If they go side by side, there's a chance that either one of them could go off track again. And yeah, it's very hard to overtake someone here if they've got the slipstream. Yeah, Red Mist, he actually gets the move done on... sorry, Road Rush, he gets the move done on Red Mist. Let's have a look when that happened. Road Rush. Oh, yeah. Red Mist makes a small mistake. I think there's just a tiny bit of contact there. That's all good. Very small contact, at least. But yeah. Metal Gear, he makes a mistake. That lets Nagans get back in front. So, pretty much back to how we were. It's just that Nismo has much larger buffer, and so do I. Oh, what happened there? Goes in the back and gains. Yeah, not much he could have done there. Gains comes off really worse. He loses 5 positions and has front damage. Wow, that's... That's unfortunate. Metal Gear might have wanted to brake a little bit earlier though. But yeah. It's really not... It's a bad stroke of luck. Again, he was doing so well until that happened. Road Rash has been the big winner out of all of this, to be fair. Looking back down the field, McEwen has gotten to 12th so far. He's on the mediums, he's on the less... Oh, sorry. He will still be in full fuel because he had to refuel, obviously. But he's going to gain a lot because of these guys. They're fighting, believe it or not. They're all fighting for that one position to get in front. So... yeah, interesting to see what happens later in the race. Of course, there's still 1 point something laps remaining. Quite an eventful race so far, must say. Very interesting. The front part of the field towards the mid-pack is really having a lot of battles. See that Range Roz gains and Range Rovers not having the greatest days. Ooh, Road Rash going off there wide. Just brakes a bit late, doesn't turn in on time. Scrapes the outside barrier. Range Rovers, he pulls off. The moment Road Rash goes to let Range Rovers by, he's already there. This is turning into one big slipstream battle here. 4 people going at it. Range Rovers, Road Rash, Red Mist. Remember, Brian, they're going 3 wide at this point. And Gaines is just there as well. So is Bradley. And this is exciting. You can see 4 cars fighting for that single position on a straight. Unfortunately, Road Rash, he loses out. He loses 3 positions in the process. But as they come into the pits, we'll see who saved more. Red Mist and Bradley with 18. Wow, he's done well. Turismo, he's got 7. What happened on the straight there? A little bit of lag there. It was really a bump. And that FT1 is actually pretty decent on a straight. We'll go fast. So yeah. Everyone pits in this lap. See where they merge. There's McEwen. McEwen's going to be the big winner out of all this because he didn't have to fight too much. And he's got the mediums on for the last stint. So he jumps up to second, really good job by him. Metal Gear comes out in third, so the undercut has worked quite nicely for McEwen there. Having that unfortunate off in lap 1, he's brought it back. He's currently on the second step of the podium. If he can hold that with medium tyres, should be good for the rest of the laps. What happened behind here? So, what was the order coming out of it? I see. So, pretty close from 5th to 10th. They're all on hards now. Red Mist got in front of Range Rovers because of the fuel. For O'Brien, he's consolidated 7th. Good job by him. Road Rash, he's still in 8th after that off before the dotting a hoe. Natty Gaines and Bradley both. Bradley has a lot more fuel. Heaps more fuel. That's interesting. Perhaps that's what he wants to go with, just in case someone runs out. He wants to be there, ready to strike. Yeah, we've got a queue of now 6 cars. First 2 are getting away a bit. It's all good. How's it going up there in front? Metal Gear, he's holding on with the hards. Keelan's taking it nice and easy. That's Metal Gear in front. That's all good. Let's Nismo catch up just slightly. Pretty decent. This pack of cars, see that Bradley has a small off, his tyres are going to be dirty now. It's all good. now on it's not. I don't think anything too exciting is happening. You see Noodles there. He could potentially get a place or two if he's smart, doesn't make any mistakes. Look at that. Everyone's bottled up behind, who's that? Behind Red Mist. Behind each other, actually, so. That's great to see. All those cars. Like, each car is under a second behind the next one in front. I really like seeing this close racing, especially in the Nordschleife. It's very hard to be close. It's very hard to be clean. Sorry, to get a move done cleanly. So they're very rushed. He's trying to do something. Ryan, he holds the middle of the road. It's all good. Nowhere for him to go, realistically. Perhaps Range Rovers will get a move done. No, he pulls off. He's just modulating the throttle. No reason to fight at this point. He loses out to Nismo. What happened there? So Nismo on the more fuel, slightly better tyres. He's fighting McEwen pulls off. Oh, and almost goes off track there. Maybe his tyres, they're just starting to, the tyre was starting to kick in maybe. Yeah. Obviously that's the case. He's not. Yeah, he's not pushing particularly much. Let's see what happened here. He's doing fine with fuel. He doesn't have to save. Oh yeah, he's just losing it slightly. Ah well. Moving on. It's getting quite feisty now. People have been being patient for much of this race. There were some mistakes, there was some contact. See now people, they're going for moves. They're thinking about it. They're trying the outside, they're trying different lines, seeing what works, what doesn't. All in the effort of trying to gain that extra place. So brother, he taps a bit the rear end of 90 Gains. 90 Gains loses it around the carousel. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's just the turbo kicking in there. His tires are fine. Let's see. Now he goes in nice. He's on the acceleration. The rears just don't have the grip. That's just down to the turbo. That's unfortunate. That's very, very bad luck from him this race. Could have been third. Fighting for third at least. That's just a really bad stroke of luck from him. Hopefully he gets he improves time for the last round. Just needs a bit of that luck and he'll be shining on through him on the podium hopefully. So let's Bradley jump up tonight. Noodles to 10th. Barnstone Worth just outside the top 10 there in 11th. Now this is where it's going to kick off. I'm surprised that Red Mist actually got so far in front. What happened here? Just got he got a good string of corners all connected together. Now it's a four-way fight for 6th. See Bradley, he thinks about it. Small tap from Bradley. Road rash. We're all running on fumes. Red Mist has probably saved it. Probably got it for now. Wow, no moves made. They were all sticking into the toe of the GTR behind each other, so... Wow. I honestly expected there to be a move or two, but yeah, good job. Good job from the GTR, from Red Mist. Managed to get in a nice complex string of corners. Really open up the door for a bit more of a gap coming into that last straight. He finishes in 10th, so really well done by him. Oh, there was something happening there behind. Let's see if we can just 90 gains. So Barnstone did only one lap on the mediums, so probably did a 2-stop. Pubs goes for the move, nice and easy. And again, he's there in 13th, trying to bring it back. Just pulling off there, taking it nice and safe. Going a bit slower. That's all good. Maybe, ooh, almost getting the cut back there. Can he do it? He does do it. Gets a much better exit, and he's able to just get it to 12th. That's pretty good there. You can see a 3 wide finish. That's nice. It's very nice view. This would finishing in 14th with the Viper. Ben's in 15th, and the rest of the field down there. Rosmo, I saw just caught him. He finished in 17th, so that's 2-place improvement. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now, guys. Like I said, wasn't able to see the comment section, but that doesn't really matter now. We're towards the end of the stream, but thank you if you've been here, if you've been commenting, if you've been watching the race live, even if you've been watching this back. It's amazing. 244 comments, a lot of support, 44 viewers. We've been over 40 for probably 95% of the stream. We reached 80 viewers at one point, so that's beautiful. Exactly what we want. It's kind of growth we want to see here. The community is growing, and the only way is up here from now, so I highly appreciate the support, guys. But yeah, in terms of strategy for this one, you can do a 2-stop, you can do a 1-stop. It's highly recommended that you try and stay that extra lap on mediums and save fuel while you're at it. Depending on what the car you use, there's many good choices, like the Supra, the AMG, as you can see there in front, Peugeot, the Corvette, Beetle, the old Lexus, the GTR. Those all are very viable cars. But no matter what you do, I would highly recommend doing a 1-stop. If you're starting at the back of the grid, do the hards on the first lap and get the undercut, do the mediums for the last 2. Never know what could happen. Could get lucky. But yeah, the important thing is to be careful around this track. You can never go quite 100% around the Nürburgring, especially the Nordschleife. Take care of your tires. Be careful of the fuel. Be careful of someone that's trying to go for a move. Give some space. It's better if he gets in front, you use the slipstream instead of fighting and one of you guys, God forbid, yourself, going off the track just because someone was not quite so cautious. But yeah, just really be careful in the end. Yeah, that's going to do it for now, guys. Thank you for tuning in once again. I have to say the support was amazing, just looking at the number of comments we have there. I hope our Makozi Racing Internacional member was able to be of some use, was able to answer your questions and liven up the chat a bit. Yeah, thank you for watching. Good luck with your races tonight. I hope they go well. I wish you the best of luck for that. And have a nice evening nice afternoon or morning, wherever you may be. And until next time, driving with the best.